Hey everyone, it's Amy, and today I'm going to show you how I created these yellow plaid nails, while also giving you some tips and tricks on how to paint your other hand. So here are the nails we are going to be doing today, and normally this is the hand that I film, but today I'm going to show you how I do my nails on my other hand. So I have these nails prepped, filled, and ready to go, and the first color we're going to start out with is Light Elegance's Grazing Through the Grasslands. This is a beautiful mustard yellow. This is from their recent fall collection, and I do apologize, some of the lighting kind of goes in and out weird in a couple of these clips. Not sure what's going on with that. So I'm going to paint the yellow on my two middle fingers as well as my thumb. And I get a lot of questions on how I paint my other hand. And so I'm going to try to give you some tips and tricks on how I do that. So you will see in these clips of me painting the colors on, I am moving my hand all kinds of crazy angles, and that is one of my techniques. So since my right hand is my dominant hand, I have more control over that hand, so it's easier for me to hold the brush just steady in my left hand and do more of the moving with my right hand. Versus when I'm painting my normal hand I do for videos, I keep it pretty still and I'm moving the brush more. So that is because with my right hand I have more control, so I'm going to be moving my right hand no matter which hand I'm painting. The next color we're going to use is Light Elegance's I Clove You. This is a medium mocha brown shade. I'm going to go ahead and put this on my pinky as well as my pointer finger. So for filming a video, all these weird angles are not the best, but if you're just painting your nails at home, no one's going to be seeing you move your hand in all kinds of crazy directions, so just move your hand to whatever feels best, whatever angle gives you the best advantage of painting and getting everything nice and smooth. And of course, it takes practice, and that is my next tip, is just practice. The more you paint your nails and the more comfortable you'll be with it, the more control you're going to get over it. It takes time. I promise you, my polish skills were not this clean when I first started out. I also try to use less polish on the brush. That seems to help my control a little bit better. I can always go back in, dip my brush in for some more of the gel, but if I have too much and I get it everywhere, then it's just a giant mess. So I'd say start with a little bit, you can always pick up more. So now that we have the base colors down, we're going to go in and do some stamping. So I'm going to be taking this clear jelly stamping plate. This has got Plaid. It is a Plaid stamping plate. And for stamping polish, we're going to take number 31, which is a medium mocha brown shade. And it matches I Clove You like spot on. I was pretty impressed with the accuracy of how this matched. And then I'm also going to take number 2, which is the white from Clear Jelly Stamper. So I do remove the tacky layer from all of my nails, and then we're going to go ahead and start with the brown lines first. And so for the brown lines, I'm going to use the thicker kind of angled lines that have all the lines super close together. We're going to do one off to the side going up and down, and then we're going to do 2 going across, so one at the tip of my nail and then one towards the middle of my nail. And stamping on my other hand is not as hard as putting the color down. Polishing the nails with the color is probably the hardest part of it. The nail art doesn't seem to be as hard for me, especially when you're doing stamping. So normally when I stamp, I hold my hand still and I push the stamper onto the nail. When I'm stamping on my other hand, I kind of do the opposite. I hold the stamper in place and I more so push my nail into the stamper. And this is because, again, I have more control with my right hand, so I'm going to do the most moving with my right hand. Once I have the brown lines stamped down, I move on to the white lines. So for the white lines, we're going to do just the solid ones, and we're not going to take the thinnest, but we're going to do the second to thinnest of the lines on this plate. So I'm going to go ahead and place a white line in the middle of the brown lines going across. And then we're going to do the same going up and down, but I do add in an extra line. So I take just the two next to each other and I line up one so that it's in the middle of the brown line, and then the other is kind of placed off to the side. And I do frequently check and match my other hand just to make sure I'm getting it pretty even. Of course, it's not going to be perfect, but I want to make sure I'm placing the lines pretty close to where I placed them on my other hand. And I do have to say I have a love-hate relationship with this plaid stamping plate. I absolutely love that they came out with a plaid plate. However, I have very curved nails, and so stamping lines on curved nails doesn't come out straight all the time, and that's just something that I've just come to terms with. It's never going to be perfect when I'm using this plaid plate. Some of them are going to be a little wonky, and I've decided that it's okay. They don't have to be perfect. As long as they're not like super crazy crooked, I'm okay with them being a little bit curved. And once I'm done with the stamping, I'm going to go ahead and clean up with a brush dipped in acetone and clean up that extra polish that got on my skin from the stamping. Then we're going to go in with La Elegance's Jive and Ginger, which is this beautiful brown glitter. It's definitely more on the reddish pinkish side of a brown, but it is a gorgeous brown glitter. So I'm going to go ahead and add some accent lines to the plaid in the glitter. And you'll see, especially with my thumb, I'm pretty much holding the brush steady in my left hand, and I am moving my thumb on my right hand to create that line as straight as possible. Then I decided I wanted to add a little bit more glitter into the design and kind of incorporate that. So on my pointer finger, I'm going to go ahead and do one coat of this glitter as well. Then it's time for top coat, and I will be using my La Elegance's Super Shiny. So here's how my nails came out. I absolutely love this design. I've been loving brown shades and brown glitters recently, and paired with this mustard yellow is just the perfect fall combination. I've been loving more of the yellow and browns more than the burnt orange, which I feel like last year I was all about the burnt orange. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed seeing me work on my other hand. Now, this is not the first video I've done with my other hand, but it's the first in a while. So I definitely want to start doing that again, just that way you can see how it is when I work on my other hand and see that it's not always perfect. Make sure you are subscribed. We are almost to Christmas season, so we're going to start having Christmas tutorials come out and winter tutorials. So make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss out. And we will see you guys next time. Bye.